Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and their twin flame connection. Twins, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link and my official Instagram, both listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. If you are a cross watcher, welcome. If you're here and you're unsure of what the twin flame journey is, I've included a link to Gabi Kovalenko's full-length explanation of the twin flame journey in the description box below. Sorry, all of a sudden I felt like very tongue-tied. So you could be feeling very tongue-tied at this time, fire signs. Anyway, in a small summary, the twin flame journey is about two people who share the same energetic soul. So one soul in two people. They're incarnated in this lifetime, and they meet one another. They experience an inexplicable bond. That bond, though, becomes so intense and so charged that twin flames separate because the connection becomes too much to handle. There's often a runner-chaser dynamic where one twin knows that they recognize their counterpart, but the other twin feels that it's too much to handle, and they become scared by the connection and try everything that they can do to avoid it, but they can never truly run. You can never truly separate from your twin flame. You can separate from everybody else, but the cord that connects twins cannot be severed. But in the separation period, something magical has the potential of happening, which is twins discover their spiritual gifts through healing their triggers and their traumas, and use those gifts to raise their own vibration and thereby raising the vibration of humanity. And that's what twin flames are here to do. If both twins raise their vibration, they become an energetic match again and come into union. And not everybody wants to be in union with their twin, and that's fine. But the most important part of this whole journey is to come closer, ever closer, to your most authentic self, and to discover your most authentic path in this lifetime. I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today, twins. Spirit wants me to, okay, so the reason I do these, the reason I do these readings is because I am a twin flame. I was in separation from my twin for 7 years, no contact for 5, and just last year I came back into union with my twin. And so I understand the complexity of this journey, the difficulty, the absolute difficulty of it, and the frustrating quality of it when you feel like you have no one to talk to. And so I do these readings to provide guidance and community to people going through this journey. The first deck that I'm going to use for the overall energy will be from the Heart Path Oracle deck, and the tarot portion of the reading will be from the Tarot of the Abyss. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for the fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and their twin flame connection. What messages do you have for the twins, please, Spirit? Sorry, I have to, the deck is quite large, so I have to shuffle it in kind of a weird way. One card, please. Thank you. For the twins. Wow, this is beautiful. Wow, this card has definitely come out in other readings, but it's just so beautiful every time I look at it. And so apropos, isn't it? Twin energies, reconciliatory union, strengthen your commitment. If there was ever a card in this deck that could, or in any deck, that could encapsulate the twin flame journey, it would be something like this. It would be something like this. And I'm thinking of one of my all-time absolute #1 fan, forever and ever, amen, of tarot readers on YouTube, Sanscripts Tarot. She's amazing. She hates talking about the twin flame journey, and part of her doesn't believe it, and yet she's so committed to her spirit guides and the messaging that sometimes she delivers twin flame messages and says it outright. She doesn't like to talk about it, but she honors those messages, man. I have so much respect for this woman. It's ridiculous. She's pinpoint accurate. It's scary. But anyway, I don't know. I just love talking about Santero. I will talk about her forever. So anyway, she talks about the Dragonfly Collective in her readings, so you might want to check her out. She talks about the Dragonfly Collective. It's, you know, subset of her audience that, you know, just harnessing psychic abilities, like really connecting through those. See all these winged creatures. Your twin could be an air sign, so that's what I think of when I think of winged creatures. I think of air sign energy, of course. But look at the mirroring, look at the duality, the connection. This connection through this kind of blue silver rose here, that's very specific. This blue silver rose. You might see that as a trope or a symbol. Somebody could have that as a tattoo, strangely. Within that rose, I see the universe. I see stars. It's star seeds and going way back to the beginning. This crane, heron energy, more crane. These beautiful creatures, almost strange and bizarre. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm a fan of herons. It's one of my spirit animals and directly links to my twin, which I didn't know until after we came back into union, right? On some kind of spiritual, astral level, he was communicating heron energy to me. And so it permeated my consciousness while we were in separation. When we came back together, when that was revealed to me that he sees the heron in his spiritual journeys and meditations, I literally lost my you-know-what. So there's something here, symbolism between you and your twin that could be permeating your subconscious, coming into the conscious realm, conscious awareness, mirroring here. If you are in contact with your twin, maybe you find that something that happens to you also happens to them, and you might find out about it through friends of friends, third parties, their updates to their social media. If you are following them, I almost said stalking, but you know what I mean. You know how it is sometimes. We're just curious. We're curious. You get a promotion, soon after they get a promotion. You go on a trip to the Caribbean, soon after they go on a trip to the Caribbean. You know, somebody in the family has a baby, somebody in their family has a baby, you know, things like this. Mirroring energy. Lots of mirroring. For better or for worse. Reconciliatory union. That bodes very well, right? And union doesn't all even mean like, okay, now we're going to be in a relationship. I think first and foremost, union is a recognition that both of you are twins. I found out that my twin was my twin at the beginning of our 7-year separation. And I think that's why we separated. That's why I separated from him. Even though I was the chaser, the energy flipped and I was like, no more. I knew that whole time that we were apart, that we were twins, and I never spoke to him about it because he wasn't ready to hear it, in my opinion. And then when we came back into union, he was the one that said to me, do you think we have a spiritual connection? Do you think we have a telepathic connection? He was the one that asked me that question. And I was like, obviously. Of course we do. We always have, since before time. This could be this revelation between you and your twin. Seeing each other eye to eye, looking at each other straight. Straight conversation. Reconciling. I'm gonna pull cards from the tarot now. First pile will be your pile. Second pile will be your twins. Third pile will be the connection. And at the end, I'll pull a card of advice from Spirit. I am only taking uprights in this reading. I just got this wave, absolute wave of fatigue. Like, I almost want to fall asleep. That's how strong the wave of fatigue is that just washed over me. That's your energy. That's somebody's energy. It's not mine. It was really profound, actually. It's this absolute exhaustion of this journey, of this fighting, of this disconnect. Something's gonna change. Something has to change. You could be saying that to yourself. Something has to change, and it's gonna be me. Okay. 7 cards out on the table. Card of advice flipped out at the end, but I'll read that for you at the end. Your energy, we start with number 5, the wise one, the Hierophant card. Number 5 of the major arcana of the tarot, representing Taurus energy. You could be dealing with a Taurus. Talking about the intermediary. That's how I like to think of the Hierophant. The person who is the connection between the earthly realm and the spiritual. In this depiction, it is like an elder, a shaman, a third party. You could be going to couples counseling. I have to show you, look at that. See that here and here? You see, it's already happening. The mirroring is already happening. Face to face. And this card came out for the water signs as well. And I want to point it out to you as well. This character looking straight ahead at the other person. This character looking down at the fire. For the water signs, this felt like the twin was experiencing, could be you, experiencing some level of vulnerability or shame that they are unable to deal with at this time, but the twin is the witness. The twin already knows, the twin already can feel it intuitively. That's what's so frustrating, right? It's kind of like whichever side you fall on, because ultimately you are one, but whichever side you fall on in the earthly realm, if you don't think you're good enough, if you're, take it as it resonates, if it's you or your twin doesn't think they're good enough, their twin hates themselves, their twin is ashamed about their past, something they did, that their counterpart already knows. and if given the chance, would probably be in a place to forgive, or to understand, or to witness, and to provide solace, to provide a place to land. Okay, Spirit's giving me the song by U2, which I've quoted a few times in readings. The song is All I Want Is You. All I'm hearing is a harbor in the tempest, a harbor in the storm, a harbor in the tempest, all the promises we make from the cradle to the grave, and all I want is you. That's a good song. You should listen to it. A harbor in the tempest. All the promises we make from the cradle to the grave, and all I want is you. Clarifying this Hierophant card is another major arcana. Very strong energies for you, twins. Number 16, the Tower. I told you there was going to be a great shakeup. Maybe you're going to confront your twin, or your twin is going to confront you. Some confronting is going to happen. Because something is not built on a solid foundation. And the thing about it is, it's like, these two people here are the lovers, the twins. But it's like, what are we trying to hold on to? Something from the past? Something that looked like it was a good thing before, but now it just feels wrong. It's almost like one twin has already released it and surrendered. The other twin is still holding on when they should be letting go. But you can't force that. You can't force your twin into an awakening. That's the one thing you cannot do. That's their, the Spirit just said cross to bear. That's their path. That's their lesson. Just as it was your lesson. And you don't want to deprive your twin of that lesson. Because if they don't learn it, they're never going to be ready for you. They're never going to be able to match your frequency. So we want our twin to kind of, this is not my thought, and nor is it Spirit's, because it felt like it came out from the distance. This way, not this way. We don't want our twin to suffer, and it was just somebody who was like, yes, we do. Yes, we do. It's like, no, you don't. Because if they're truly your twin, not a false twin, if they're truly your twin, you want your twin to succeed. Even if it's not with you. That's the hardest lesson to learn. To love your twin, even if they're not standing right next to you. That's the hardest lesson to learn. That's the hardest lesson I had to learn. Because the more you love yourself, the more you love your twin, the more you love yourself. It's the loop. That's the twin flame loop. You want your twin to succeed. They raise up, you raise up. That reminds me of the movie Twilight, which a beautiful friend and fellow twin flame told me, oh, you know, Bella and Edward are twins, right? When this person said that to me, it was like poof, mind blown. Mind blown. Twilight is so awful and so amazing at the same time, and I've always loved it. Even I've read Twilight way, way, way long time ago, before I knew I was a twin or ever met my twin, but I always resonated with that story, that longing, that lust, that yearning, that fire deep within that wants to be seen and wants to be heard and wants to be experienced. That's the twin flame journey too. In that movie, Bella, well, in the book as well, main character Bella, her mom is observing her and Edward and how they relate to one another. And she's like, it's really strange. He moves, you move. Like magnets. Talk to me about the Tower, please, Spirit. Thank you. Knight of Cups. I think your twin, one of you is going to reach out with an authentic message of love. Knight of Cups. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. But it might take a little bit to reach you. Because what is this character doing? He's on the ship. He's readying the sails. Right? He's pulling on the ropes. He's readying the sails to set sail, perhaps. I just feel like just pulling and hoisting, right? The word hoisting. It's laborious. It takes work, it takes skill, it takes knowledge. They're gonna come. Or if this is you, you're going to express an authentic message of love. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And where is your twin? Your twin could be in Aquarius, number 17, the star. Aquarius energy. The star, wish fulfillment and healing. See how your twin is just like reaching up? It's almost like reaching up for you. Reaching up for this wish. Aching for it. Spirit just said aching for it. They love you very much, and sometimes it might be hard to see that. It might be easier to push that away. I think some of you are runners, but they're wishing for you. It's very clear to them as well that you're their twin. It's very clear. They might not use that terminology, but they know that you're different. You stand out. You stand out amongst the rest, amongst the millions and billions. There's only one twin amongst the millions and billions. Six of Swords. As Spirit just sang the song by Whitney Houston from The Bodyguard, I want to run to you. I hear her singing it so beautifully in my head. I want to run to you. I haven't heard that song in so long. I don't actually know all the words. I just, I want to run to you. That's all I hear. And maybe you should listen to that song, Whitney Houston, from the soundtrack of The Bodyguard. Very strange that that's even coming up. Because I was on Instagram earlier and I saw this clip. I don't know, they were like honoring, I think they were honoring Kevin Costner. And they were showing clips from all his films. And when they showed like a picture or a clip or something of him and Whitney Houston, he was holding back major tears. Which of course, right? She died so tragically. And she was so beautiful and talented. But I think they were in love. I think he was in love with her. I don't know if she was in love with him, but I think he loved her, like, very much. And it's awful too, because it's just like the camera was in his face and he's just holding back tears, and like, well, I'm trying to think of like why that's coming up. The movie is The Bodyguard, so it could be something like protector energy, like wanting to come to you to protect you. See, I see now this little lone boat in the background there. This is the Six of Swords, right? Moving away from the choppy waters to the calm waters. Like they want to get away from all this chaos and come to where you are. But they could be a little misguided, right? It's not going towards the boat, it's going off in this direction. They might still have some work to do, your twin. I dare say they do. But at least they're trying to get out of something chaotic that may not be in their best, for their highest good. Yeah, see? They are definitely thinking of you and wanting to be in reconciliation, whatever that means. Reconciliatory union. Four of Wands, the 1111 card, also the card of twin flames. And look at all those flames. This card came out in the water sign reading. When I see it in this card and all the flames and the twin flame card, I think of the twin flame community. I think of the twin flame community and how twins are kind of drawn towards each other. I don't know that many twins, but the ones I do know and have met, it's like we find each other. There's this deep understanding, this kind of unspoken language that only twin flames understand. I just heard somebody say, born of suffering. It's like, okay, yes, there is a lot of suffering. There is. I can't sugarcoat it. Sometimes it's the worst, right? And that's why, you know, when people are like talking about like relationships that are really toxic and calling it twin flames, it's like, you know what? You can say goodbye to that person. You're choosing not to. Twin flames cannot say goodbye. I mean, they can say goodbye, but they can't sever that connection. These people, you know, like, I've dated a couple people in my life, and whenever the things ended, I'm a water sign, I used to be up in my feelings about it. And now it's like, do I even remember their names? Not to say that it didn't mean anything, but like, that's how you know. Every day of me living life without my twin, every moment of every day, I still thought of him and only him. So right now I see your twin really trying to embrace a new beginning, because this is portal, stepping through a portal and a celebration. They could have a birthday coming up. Your twin could be a water sign. They could have a birthday coming up. At the time, this reading is timeless, but at the time that I'm recording it, it's summertime. And they're welcoming this new beginning. You can see the smile on her face. They want this. They've wanted this new beginning. I think things are starting to make sense for them now, when it didn't before. For the connection, Nine of Pentacles, you're still very much in your independent stride, the both of you. That's what the Nine of Pentacles talks about. thriving in independence, like really enjoying the fruits of our labor, working very diligently, and then being able to enjoy our life, enjoy our own company. And that's a great energy to be in. That's a great place to be. It's Spirit saying it's vibing high. It's really appreciating, because see the bird in hand. What is that expression? A bird in the hand is better than, wait, what is it? One bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. I don't know why that came up. It just, that might resonate with you. Bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. Like, kind of to say, well, okay. Think of it in terms of the context of the twin flame journey. Would you rather be the two birds in the bush that are elusive, that are kind of hiding from each other, that are hard to catch? It's hard to fly, which is what you naturally want to do, but because you're in the bush, it's dark in there. It's hard to find each other. One could fly off at any time. Or do you want your twin to be like a bird in the hand, that they'll land squarely in your hand, in your arms, still, safe, of their own accord? Thank you, Spirit. Spirit agrees. Thank you, Spirit. Clarified by the Queen of Wands. This is your energy. Fire signs. Queen of Wands, beautiful, intelligent. The power behind the throne, for sure. Masterful. She makes things happen. Spirit just said delegator. She delegates. And that's kind of a strange message, but that's what Spirit wanted to say. It's like, I need you to do this, and you to do this, and you're going to do this, and you might be in some kind of position where you're delegating tasks to people. That felt very important to say, though. With respect to your twin, I'm not sure. Because I don't feel like you're delegating anything to him. But I mean, why did I say him? I don't know. Take that as it resonates. Your twin could be any variety. But I did say him in that moment, so it might be for one, right? But it's just a very beautiful energy. Like, it's very confident. This is a great energy for both of you to be in. It's actually this precise energy that will potentially bring the both of you back into your reconciliation. Because you're kind of just concerned with your own self and your own prosperity. The card of advice that flipped out was the Five of Swords. This card came out for the water signs as well, and it came out with such a unique message, and Spirit is asking me to repeat that message. So first of all, I hate this card because it's so conniving. It feels so despicable to me. The smugness on the face, the kind of vulnerability of the butterfly, these swords acting like pin cushions. The card, if you were to Google it, Five of Swords represents winning at all costs. Winning no matter what. I win. I win over you, which is a terrible... We don't want to see that in a twin flame reading, but this is Spirit's advice because it's here and it's here for a reason. So Spirit wants me to ask you, when you look at this card, is your twin flame the boy or the butterfly? And that is all I'm going to say about that. It's for you to contemplate. In your mind's eye, in the deep seat of your heart, at this moment in time, when you think of your twin, do you think of your twin as somebody like this or something like this? And how can we either, because both are not great. This one looks like it's up to no good, and this one looks like it's trapped and vulnerable. Not great, either way you look at it, but how you frame your perspective on your twin directly affects how it bounces and mirrors back to you. So if you're feeling a lot of animosity towards your twin, you're literally doing that to yourself, because they are you and you are them. It's such a crazy, twin flames is such a crazy concept. So it's like, it always astounds me. And yet it's just, if you are a twin, it's undeniable. It's undeniable. Remember the mission. You are here to live your most authentic life, regardless of whatever the heck your twin is doing. You have been given gifts. All twins have incredible gifts. It is your job to love yourself, to figure out what those gifts are, and to share those gifts with the world. That's your job. It's a huge job. It's a huge responsibility. But that is what you are here to do. And that's what your twin is here to do. And when the both of you can do that to your fullest, that's when union occurs. That's your reading, twins. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, twins.